Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving into one of the most striking arboreal tarantulas in the hobby, the Trinidad Chevron Tarantula, Psalmopoeus cambridgei, known for its vivid green coloration and lightning-fast movements. This species is both admired and respected by keepers around the world. But beyond its beauty, it has a deep natural history and fascinating behavior that makes it truly stand out among tarantulas. The Trinidad chevron is native exclusively to the island of Trinidad in the southern Caribbean. It thrives in tropical forests where humidity is high and temperatures remain warm year-round. This environment has shaped it into a highly adaptive arboreal hunter, spending most of its life above ground in tree hollows, bark crevices, and leafy retreats. This species was first scientifically described in 1895 by British arachnologist Reginald Innes Pocock. Pocock was one of the most influential arachnologists of his time, working extensively at the British Museum. His classification of Psalmopoeus cambridgei helped bring attention to the rich spider biodiversity of the Caribbean region. A key piece of arachnid history tied to Psalmopoeus cambridgei comes from Reginald Innes Pocock, who described the species in 1895 while working at the British Museum. Pocock also contributed to the influential volume The Fauna of British India, including Ceylon and Burma, Arachnida, a foundational reference for early arachnology. In the wild, the Trinidad chevron is an ambush predator. It does not spin large webs to capture prey like orb weavers. Instead, it builds silk-lined retreats and waits for insects, lizards, or other small prey to pass by. When it strikes, it does so with incredible speed, making it one of the fastest tarantulas in the hobby. Behaviorally, this species is known for being defensive and extremely reactive. While it does not possess medically significant venom to humans, its speed and willingness to defend itself make it unsuitable for handling. A tarantula best appreciated through observation rather than interaction. One of its most distinctive features is its coloration. Adults typically display a metallic green carapace with darker legs and subtle, chevron-like patterns that give the species its common name. Juveniles may appear more muted, but as they mature, the green tones become more vibrant and eye-catching. In terms of growth and lifespan, females can live over 12 to 15 years in captivity, while males typically live only a few years after reaching maturity. Growth rates are moderate to fast depending on temperature, humidity, and feeding schedule, especially during the early sling stages. Now, shifting into captive care, this is an arboreal species, so vertical space is essential. A tall enclosure with secure ventilation and climbing structures like cork bark is ideal. They require a secure lid because they are known escape artists and extremely fast when disturbed. Humidity should be kept moderately high, generally around 70 to 80%, but with proper ventilation to prevent stagnant air. Stagnant conditions can lead to mold and health issues, so airflow is just as important as moisture in their environment. Temperature-wise, they do best in the range of 75 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. They are tropical spiders, so stability is more important than extremes. Sudden drops or overly dry conditions can stress them and affect feeding response and activity levels. Feeding this species is straightforward. In captivity, they will readily take crickets, roaches, and other appropriately sized feeder insects. Juveniles may eat more frequently, while adults can go longer between meals. They are aggressive feeders and often strike quickly when food is introduced. One important aspect of care is their temperament. Unlike many beginner tarantulas, Psalmopoeus cambridgei is not forgiving of mistakes. Disturbances near the enclosure can trigger defensive posturing or rapid retreat into their hide, so minimal interaction is recommended. Molting behavior in this species is also interesting. Prior to a molt, they may refuse food and become reclusive. After molting, they are extremely vulnerable and should be left completely undisturbed until their exoskeleton hardens, which can take several days. In the hobby, this species is often recommended for intermediate to advanced keepers due to its speed, temperament, and escape potential. However, experienced keepers value it highly for its intelligence, striking appearance, and fascinating natural behaviors. Unlike heavy webbing species, Psalmopoeus cambridgei creates a complex network of silk tunnels, anchor points, and hidden retreats rather than a single visible web. Over time, the enclosure becomes a layered arboreal habitat that reflects its natural instinct to build secure, elevated shelters. Another important detail is its role in the ecosystem of Trinidad. As a mid to upper-level invertebrate predator, it helps control populations of insects and other small arthropods. This makes it an important natural regulator in tropical forest environments, where balance between predators and prey is critical for overall biodiversity. The Trinidad Chevron Tarantula stands as one of the most iconic arboreal species in the tarantula world. From its discovery in the 19th century by Pocock to its modern popularity in the exotic pet trade, it continues to captivate enthusiasts with its beauty and intensity. For those willing to respect its nature, it offers one of the most rewarding observation experiences in arachnid keeping. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed learning about Psalmopoeus cambridgei, stay tuned for more deep dives into the animal kingdom history and captive care. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content.